Well, go us.
Oh my god. It's the new school PowerPoint.
I changed it up a bit to make it a bit more like people friendly and not like businesses, but
Senior friendly.
all right. So if you know us from earlier, we went by EduSpace, but we kind of changed it to EduForSpace because well, two reasons. One, EduSpace was taken on like every single platform already, and we did EduForSpace because if we want to expand into like aviation or cyber or computer, we can just say Edu for aviation or Edu for cybersecurity. So we wanted to keep that option open in case we felt on expanding. So that's our team. You know me. I've talked to all of you. And then we have Madison, who's currently not on picture, but she's here. And we have Isabella, who's also a rising high school senior. We pretty much pulled together everything in the past 2 weeks. So, yay. I don't want to bore you with this, but pretty much we were talk to people and they were like, yeah, space is great and all, but it's kind of crazy and we don't think we can do it because it's for geniuses and like crazy people.
How was that
And
person?
yeah,
Um,
if 90% of the people we talked to said they have never been exposed to like space careers ever. So that's probably the reason why everyone was like, it's crazy. They just never saw it like ever. So we're mainly targeted towards high school and college students, although the opportunities we have on our site and the education is really for everyone. Like if you know a middle school student who likes space, feel free to send it to them. If your parents are interested in learning a little bit, feel free to give them the site too. It's just our webinars and target audience is mainly high school and college students. So if we have speakers, they'll probably be in that range. And there's actually a huge opening for space jobs, which is why we had the whole idea. Around 179,000 people will be hired by space companies by 2024 as engineers and research scientists. And 600,000 of those jobs remain unfilled in STEM. So if you want to get into it, you have a huge market waiting for you. This goes into our website. We have our whole launch page, and I'll show you guys the website after I run through this presentation. It's like 2 minutes, which splits into education, which is the whole job section, companies, and get involved. Jobs pretty much goes in detail and explains every single space career. Companies explains all the companies involved like NASA, ESA, the private companies like SpaceX, and then get involved is a bunch of internships, challenges, and competitions. The webinars is more of an engagement feature. We actually have one next week too, which is a bunch of high schoolers talking about how they got involved in NASA and one of their internships. And the lounge is honestly just like a fun corner. So like if you want to read a space book, we have space books for you. If you want to watch a movie, we have space movies. Like we got you. Um hey Kyla, you're actually on here. This is why we asked if we could use quotes while asking you questions. Pretty much we want to show how much of a difference like 10-minute conversations did. And you guys can attest to this. Those conversations were not more than like 10-15 minutes at the most. And you guys pretty much went from I don't think that space is for me and I can't ever see myself in space and I don't want to look at space and like it's only stars and asteroids and crazy stuff to like I don't mind looking into it, which I thought was really cool. And I'm like, if we can do that from a 10-minute conversation, no reason we can't do that with a website and help a bunch more people. So our next steps is pretty much to reach out to NASA mentors for advice and talk to other students who've interned with NASA just to see like what else we can add to our website, complete our website. So yeah, today is our official launch day. We're live, our website's up, but we haven't heavily advertised it yet. That's why we kept this Zoom so small. It was going to be like 5-10 people max. I have a feeling a lot of people slept in too. So we're planning on like actually pushing it down the road once we get feedback from you guys and anyone else who's willing to talk to us, give us feedback, and really like finalize and nail down things before we start heavily marketing. So yeah, that's my mini presentation that we gave. I'm gonna move on to the website and actually start asking you guys stuff now. So this is our website. For the jobs page, we have astronauts, which is like your stereotypical space career. And then we have a bunch of scientists, engineers, other profiles. And when you click on anything, you have job description, places that are hiring that you will be able to click on. So if you want to like work at NASA, you can click on it and it'll show you how to get involved and what careers are open at NASA. The requirements, selectivity, and one thing we are currently working on right now is reaching out to people in every single one of these career fields and getting like a short 10-minute interview with them so they can kind of explain what they had to do to get the job and what their day-to-day is. And we'll have their contact information on the side so that if you want to talk to someone who's already gone down that path and reach out to them, they're open, you can talk to them. Just kind of like make it more realistic for you. The companies page has NASA, ESA, all your stereotypical ones. And then we also have SpaceX, the private companies too. And this is pretty much just requirements, pages they have for students and recent grads, website, recruitment brochure, how to apply, pretty much just an overview of each of these companies. Get involved is when it starts to get fun. So these are all a bunch of space challenges and competitions, and a lot of these are actually super fun. Like one of them is Lunar Loo. Like you want to design a bathroom for an astronaut, go for it. And there's like decent sized prizes. Like this one, if you win, you get 35,000. So
Not if you're below 18.
what?
Not if you're below 18. My team was looking into participating, and then they were like, what do you get if you win if you're below 18? You get bragging rights. So.
Well, hey, I'll still take bragging rights from NASA. Anyway, so these are all current or recent challenges, and we're just going to add to that more. We'll probably have at least one internship / activity that will highlight per week or month that we'll put up on all our social media platforms, which by the way, we do have a LinkedIn and an Instagram. So like feel free to like share those and follow those because that would be great. And for which applies to you, we have high school up as an example, and based on where you are, you can look at these. Like if you want to go to the European Space Camp, you just hit go to site after reading our description, and it has all the application info stuff and everything you need. So if you Google space internships, you'll probably get hit with a lot. There's a lot of different info. So this is just kind of to simplify it. And the lounge, which is pretty much just our fun little corner. And we have a bunch of recent events, the bookshelf, the movie night, and websites and apps. And like this one is just like you literally fly around space and see how far stuff is. So you explore space by your own. So just a bunch of cool little features. On this page, you can find our Instagram, LinkedIn. So don't worry, the links are right there. And our Discord's here too. Which, by the way, how our Discord works is you pretty much join and you hit whatever role you're interested in. Like, School Izzy, what are you interested in field-wise?
Like in NASA, like
Just
this
general field.
general, like veterinary medicine.
Okay. So let me head over to jobs. So I would be like, with something like medical doctor, where you would also interact with animals, or space psychologist, where you would probably find robotic animals or some way to like take care of astronauts and other staff while they're in space. Would you be interested in learning about those?
Yeah, I would definitely
Okay.
be.
So when you join the LinkedIn, you would just hit this button and this button on the Discord, not LinkedIn, why did I say LinkedIn? But once you join Discord, you can hit those buttons and it'll open up channels specific to those fields where you can share resources, internships, and info about those fields. So pretty much our main goal is to connect you with other people interested and provide you with a bunch of resources so that you can learn more. So now, what suggestions do you guys have? Like, is there anything, we've gotten suggestions like, you guys should add what type of degree is needed, because like we say you need a degree, but we don't say like if it's a bachelor's, master's, or PhD. So that's like one suggestion we've gotten. You guys have anything else you'd like to add?
I do see. Well, I saw on the bottom, when you scroll down to the bottom, like the day in the life and what it entails. That's actually really interesting, but I guess you do like get an interview from someone who is in that career field. So like, but I thought that was cool.
All right. Izzy, you came in saying you were super confused about everything about the site. Is stuff a little bit more clear now? Do you have any more questions?
No, yeah, it is definitely more clear. I just I was looking at the site right now, and I was a little bit confused as to like what the site was for. But now that you explained it, it makes more sense. Like you can find like jobs, and then you can get like internships. I definitely found the job aspect, like the different kind of jobs you can get within the space like, career. How you show different ones was really interesting. That makes more sense.
Sweet. So you're saying like if people just land on the site, they'll be confused. Do you have any suggestions that we could implement to just kind of make it a bit more clear so that other people don't join and are like, what am I looking at?
Yeah, so like when you first open up the site and it brings you to explore beyond, and it just says internships. That's the first thing I clicked. I didn't click like the bar or anything, but once I clicked the bar, then it made more sense. I thought it was like just an internship website that just showed internships, but no, that makes more sense.
All right, so probably like explain it a bit more on the launch page itself, add a few more buttons.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think a video to like this itself and what it's about would help too?
Yeah, like a short video, short and sweet, that explains it.
Yeah.
All right, I can definitely go in and add those. Let me stop share so I can actually see you. All right. So that was my like 10-minute spiel about what we're doing. Do you guys have any other questions or suggestions or last minute things before I end the Zoom? All right. Thanks y'all for hopping on. Okay, let me stop.